So this is the temperature anomaly forecast going into next weekend. This is the European model. So as you can see today, for the eastern half of the United States, the south is around average. Okay, the northeast is well below average with a quick blast of colder Canadian air. It's not really Arctic air, but colder Canadian air blasting through the northeast and the mid-Atlantic states. This is today, Thursday, January 9th. And as we head into tomorrow, we start to see that colder air push out into the Atlantic and start to retreat as a warm front, along with a storm, which will bring rain, starts to move north and overspreads much of the Midwest and parts of Michigan, Indiana, Ohio starts to get in on the warmer air. And it's around average for parts of the mid-Atlantic going into later on tonight. Now tomorrow, it's a totally different story. It's like a totally different change of seasons in 24 hours. You can see well above average temperatures for much of the eastern half of the United States going into tomorrow. This could mean 50s for New York City, Philadelphia, and along the I-95 corridor, this could mean 50s start to make an entrance. And then it gets even warmer as we head into the weekend for Saturday. You can see much of the northeast, interior northeast, even the mid-Atlantic, even back out into Ohio, western Pennsylvania and Ohio and Indiana. We really see the warm air really take over. But again, this comes with a storm. A storm will be accompanying this warmer air. It will feel like spring in much of these areas. As we head into Sunday, the warmer air, or the above average temperatures, well above average temperatures, moves a little bit east. So we can see Ohio is not too warm anymore, but we see parts of New England, southern New England, coastal sections of Massachusetts, coastal New Jersey, Long Island. These areas will be still well above average. Temperatures could be in the 60s at this point. And then, of course, Monday, we still stay above average. Maybe not as warm, but still well above average for much of the eastern half of the country. Tuesday, same story. Still well above average. Wednesday, well above average. And now, as we head into the beginning of the end of next week, into next weekend, the models are persistent, I should say, with a cool down occurring in much of the Midwest and a little cold front coming through, entering parts of the Mid-Atlantic and going down to the Carolinas. Now, this would mean slightly below average temperatures once again. And this model is not going out into next week. And let me show you the GFS model. Look at the GFS. This is next Thursday. It has a much more potent cold front with Arctic air overspreading much of the northern Midwest, northern Michigan. And as we head into next Friday, it kind of moderates a little bit, but it's still really cold temperatures, well below average or around average for parts of the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic. And it still hangs around into next Saturday, as you can see, going forward. Next Sunday, we warm up a little bit. Now, again, as this goes further and further out, it's less confident. But I'm just going to show you up to next Monday. We see a boundary forming along the eastern half of the United States. And actually, I'll show you a little further out. And then we get really cold. This could be Arctic air overspreading much of the eastern half of the United States. Not only the eastern half of the United States, but even parts of the Midwest could get in, and the central part of the country could get in a much colder temperature, something we haven't seen in quite some time. So thanks for watching.